what are the most significant challenges currently facing the mortgage industry, particularly in terms of operational efficiency and cost management? And of course, we can talk about, both of us are leading AI technology enabled companies. So feel free to talk about any of that included with that, question.
Yeah, I would say, I mean, the first and foremost, you have to have a way to take the data, ingest the data, and have a way to go through the source data first. So at least, here at FormFree, we're taking that bank transaction data. So the intelligence that we put on there is looking at the efficiency of reviewing the bank statements. So reviewing the bank statements, figuring out cash flow, discretionary, are they employed? Are they renters? If they are, what's the rent history on there? Also looking at reducing overall by the use of AI for operational efficiencies. I would say there's a lot of outdated systems that some of the lenders are still using. Even some of the very successful ones, you're starting to see a big change moving over to some different type of tech. But you're seeing a lot of analyzing of large databases, quickly offering better insights, offering better decisioning for the lenders up front. So for the consumer experience, the lender can review things faster, ask for less things from the consumer because they can pull a lot of this information directly from the documents themselves. And the main thing is figuring out the rising costs, with the operational costs being a big part of it. LL Comp's a big part of it. Manufacturing costs of a loan are still up there. But in recent discussions with many lenders, I'd say in the last 90 to 120 days, some of them are seeing that cost come down because they are implementing AI into fraud detection up front. They're also removing any identity theft up front that sometimes is coming up at the very end with the title being pulled and closing issues. And then the analytics up front with just, forecasting cash flow, and is this someone that's going to be able to make a payment coming from a first-time home buyer to owning a home?
Very good. What are some great ROI takeaways that, can materialize that a lender could go to? Usually when you're running a company, right, you want to kind of assess, what's this going to do for my company? What's this going to save either in bottom line costs or capacity expansion, or maybe even happier processors, because happy processors are more productive than unhappy, which, can happen.
And whether we're in a typical environment now where we're seeing a big purchase market, we always know that ebb and flow happens, and we're going to pretty soon, see a difference. And not because of rates lowering, it's going to be because of consolidation of debt and cash out. There's so much equity that people have, and they're either wanting to put it back into their home because they work from home or they spend a lot of time there. They want to enjoy their home, so they're improving the property. As far as use cases, I would say number one, suspicious patterns and flagging potential for fraud detection. That's definitely a big area to look at. Mitigating the risk early before spending a lot of time processing a loan. The document processing piece, for years we've seen a lot of the character recognition software. Some do a good job more than others. Improving the processing times. Customer service is where we're seeing a lot of that come in with the chatbots and the virtual assistants. I mean, that's all AI driven. That's been around for quite a while. The difference is the generative AI is getting better and smarter at pulling the data to make sure that the answers are more accurate. Automating the underwriting, speeding up the analyzing of the borrower's data, especially asset, employment, income, all that kind of stuff. Looking at it from an appraisal standpoint, and as well as on the title side, to be able to look at a quick title or being able to pull a report up front just to figure out, is grantee grantor information correct? Are the taxes being paid on time? Are there tax liens that we need to know about? If so, is there a payment plan we need to get? So a lot of those things can just help from a use case of top of the funnel consumer, bringing them in, getting as much as you can up front.
Yeah. Sounds like we found a lot of use cases so far for that top of the funnel, like you're saying. Just to kind of confirm that, if you break down the loan lifecycle into segments, let's say, pre-application, application, processing, underwriting, you could probably actually get a time measurement on average in your pipeline on that. And you could probably, by segment, almost look at AI solutions to try and get that down. Now, you don't want to have too many solutions to manage, of course, but if you can find that ROI within those segments, that's what I've noticed from the way a lot of lenders are attacking it. And the one thing I'd like to applaud many of the lenders out there, IMBs, banks, depositories, credit unions, is that I feel like in this wave of technology, because you and I have been in the digital revolution for a while now, and I feel like lenders are at least aware of it this time, and they have on their actual roadmaps to tackle and find these technologies, and I like their spirit and their energy towards tackling that. Some of them are even trying to build it themselves, which I'll more power to them. But I think it's this wave, this second wave of the digital revolution. The first wave, we had data and how to use data and automate. Now we're retooling the automation to make it generative. And I think it's a great time to be alive in not only life, but in the mortgage industry. And I'm really enjoying working, with lenders out there and watching where they want to go, being challenged by them to try and keep up with those expectations and where they want to be in the future. I think it's a very exciting time.